What's up, witches? Do you like my hat? This is one of my witch hats. I have another one which is like smaller and it's like knit. It's really cute. Sorry that I just burped. Okay. I just want to talk about meditation. Now, I will admit, I don't meditate enough. I literally probably meditate once every couple weeks. And when I do meditate, it's really not for very long. Well, no, I suppose. I mean, I do spells every day. And I do suppose that when I'm doing spells, I sort of do get into a sort of a meditative state. But to sit down and actually just like go somewhere in my mind, I don't do that enough. But I do think I have something to say about it, which is that, which is, which is that, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Um, Something I like to do when I actually do meditate, I like to picture myself in somewhere peaceful. Like, there's a place that I created in my mind. I created in my mind when I was in high school. It's like this little chunk of earth that's sort of floating around in space, and there's a little, tiny little itty bitty pond in front of this big statue of Buddha, and there was like a little house and a little patch of woods. And sometimes I'll just go there and walk around. Um, Sometimes I'll picture myself in a meadow. Sometimes I'll picture myself in a jungle sitting next to a waterfall. Um, and something that's very peaceful, and it's also even better if you have like really relaxing music going, or even like, for example, if you're picturing yourself in a jungle, if that's where you're going in your mind, then you could put on some music on your phone that is like jungly music, like the sounds of birds singing and bugs and like water running, like a little stream. It really helps you sort of get there. But I just want to say the most important thing that I want you to take away from this video is that it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, when I'm going places in my mind like that, um, you know, I typically will see things in sort of these bits and pieces, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I feel like you know, and that's very magical. When you go somewhere in your mind and you're sort of seeing it in little bits and pieces like that, sort of these like psychic flashes, that's very powerful. That's nothing to sort of scoff at. Um, you know, people think that there has to be this constant flow of visual energy, like you're watching a movie, and that's not for how most people meditate. And that's totally normal. Like, that's absolutely normal. You don't have to have this constant flow of visualization, like perfectly. It's, you know, meditation doesn't have to be perfect. Meditation is about connecting with God. It's about connecting with the nature spirits and psychically going to these other realms or even other places on this planet. It's about astral projecting to places outside of the solar system. Like, there's so many things you can do. You know, it doesn't have to be, there's no rules to it. You can just do whatever you want in that state. There have been times that I've sort of pictured myself in a jungle, and then the very next second I'm sort of envisioning a meadow, and then I go back to the jungle, and then I go to a desert. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that, and it's actually very nice to just sort of hop around like that and kind of take in the scenery and kind of take in the vibe and the spirit of the different places that you're going to. But anyway, I thought I'd say that. That's kind of what I want you to take away more than anything, is like, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be some kind of like deity of meditation to truly have a spiritual experience. So anyway, I love you guys, and this is now I want to meditate, and I really don't meditate enough, and I'm not trying to sit here and sound like some kind of expert. I just am sharing something that I feel strongly about, and I really do need to meditate more. Anyway, so go meditate, and also, oh, another thing I want to say: you don't have to meditate for 10 years at a time. Okay. You don't need to meditate for an hour. You don't need to meditate for 30 minutes. Even just 10 seconds of kind of going somewhere else is really all you might need. I mean, if you need to meditate for 20 minutes or a half hour or an hour, that's fabulous. And I'm sure, I mean, I can only imagine meditating for an entire hour. That would be like a trip. That would be like a vacation. Like that's like something far beyond like that's crazy. I mean, if you were to meditate for a whole hour, you will absolutely have these crazy like psychic experiences. You're going to see things or hear things or things will come up that will literally happen probably the same day or the next day in some kind of way. Like it'll reoccur in your life. But anyway, all right, I love you guys and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.